Maybe it's just me, but college was very confusing times.
A few minutes later.
I'll take care of you.
Why are you so good to me?
You're my girl.
Forrest Gump was one of my favorite movies as a child. Don't ask me why, but I watched it multiple times. So today, we're gonna be reacting to the harsh truth about Forrest Gump, and we're starting right now.
Rim low on my fitted, dreams has always been vivid. I'm just trying to go get it, catch me right around and I'm ignorant, I'm just rolling.
I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by June. It's probably not gonna happen, but if you wanna help, push the button. Oh, and buy my t-shirt, bitch.
So tell them get on my level, ho. I'm burning up, see I'm hotter than where the devil go. It ain't enough till I'm burning down.
What's always bothered me about Forrest Gump. The movie I thought was very good. It had very dark elements to it. Yes, there was a lot of death in the movie. He lost a lot of people that he actually loved and cared about. But the darkest element I always felt from the first time I watched Forrest Gump was the relationship he had with Jenny. And how Forrest was always there for her, but how in the end he actually got the worst of Jenny. He didn't actually get the best of Jenny when they were both young adults and both at the prime of their life. And for me, that is the saddest element in Forrest Gump. Yes, I know I've made videos about this before, but this is a modern one because the first ones were bad for some reason. And here's a clip I used last year using Family Guy making the same point.
Hi, Forrest. I know you just got back from Vietnam and you love me, but I'm gonna go run a train with this group of Black Panthers I just met.
Okay, Jenny.
Hi, Forrest. I know you came all this way to New York to visit me, but I'm gonna go do blow and have sex with a bunch of stockbrokers.
Okay, Jenny.
Hi, Forrest. Now that I have the most contagious and incurable disease known to mankind, I'll finally have pity sex with you.
Okay, Jenny. And I'll mow the grass and raise the AIDS, baby.
I found this video really interesting because I watched it as a child, so I never really looked at the movie like that. But now that I'm grown,
allegedly,
watching it as an adult, I understand the movie a lot better. And I don't detect any lies in this video.
And how sad is that truly that he's there in the end by himself taking care of the child. After through most of his young life and even elements of his adult life, he had been there for her. And in the end, yes, he got a child. Some would say he got the best out of her, but did he really? That I've always seen as the darkest element in Forrest Gump, and I wonder how many men have actually had that same experience in their life. Not exactly the same experience as Forrest Gump, but the experience of knowing a woman so much through their lives and have been there so much for her, but in the end she went off and chased so many other things that didn't actually end up better for her, and then in the end they came back to that man. And how that man basically got what was left of her. It's not in a sense of saying anything bad, it's a sense of, think of how a man would see it in that aspect as well. And think of how some men would feel, and think of how men would see it as well. Some men would see it and feel like they have been in some ways taken for a fool, because they had wanted her when she was in her prime, but she did not want them.
I believe most people get a few opportunities to be with a good man or woman in their lifetime. Now, what you do with those opportunities can make or break your dating future. A woman may friend zone a good man to be with the bad guy, and a man may cheat on a good woman. The sad part about that is some of you watching this video right now know exactly what I'm talking about.
But then it's the actual, let's say, gall, the cheek of it to then come back. And yes, many men, obviously, the desperation and the need and the want and for many men, the fear of being single, of course they will take upon a woman that has come back to them many, many years later. But it's the sad case of how for many men they see it as an insult. And for the few men that do see it as an insult, it's the fact of feeling that they were not seen as being good enough at that time. They were not good enough then, but why are they good enough now? The sort of thing. And more than likely a lot of these men would have advanced themselves in their lives, had actually built a life for themselves. So they would feel that, of course you're not interested in me, you are interested in what I have. The fact I have built up myself so much, when before you saw me as not being anything great. You saw me as maybe being a nerd or boring or lame or not fun and edgy enough, or not having enough swag, whatever the numerous things a woman would say to a man, like the Forrest Gump situation.
The sad part is, I'm not sure you can change that. People want the best option for themselves at the time. This isn't just a woman thing, men do this too. I knew good women with great personalities that couldn't get a man because their imperfections on the outside didn't match their beauty in the inside. I went to school with a big girl that got skinny and looks good. I know a skinny girl that found some weight and got the cake, and they're both married. But let's continue.
How in some sense you'd see that she'd pity him and not saying that she did not love him to some aspect, but it was more a sense of, for most of the time she saw him as a sort of a brother or a sort of friend, a male friend. And in the end she sort of pitied him, thus she gave herself to him in some sort of pitying sort of way. So 'tis this I've always seen as the sad and dark element of Forrest Gump, and also a truth that I believe many men go through every single day. But always remember and never forget, 'tis very easy for a desperate man to take the pity that is being given to him and shown to him. But many a times those situations can lead you into a place you wish you had never gone. Because to respect yourself, you would ask the question, why was I not good enough then? And why am I now? It's a sense of observing, to be focused, and to remember.
It ended kinda weird, but if you like this video, the video you're gonna wanna watch next is Stop Caring, She'll Start Chasing video. I'm out.